We welcome you to Tiger Stadium, where Eufaula plays host to Charles Henderson in a key 5A Region 2 matchup here on Raycom Media. Alongside Mike Peacock, I'm Graham Dunn. Christina Chambers will join us in a moment. 2 weeks ago, the world was turned upside down for the Charles Henderson football team, its students and faculty, as well as the community of Troy. Senior DeMario Harris collapsed on the field during the Trojans game against Davidson. Hours later, he passed away in a local hospital. Mike, it's been a difficult 2 weeks, not only for the players, but everyone involved with the school.
It really has, Graham. It's a tough thing when something happens like this. Having gone through it myself in a college situation, I know what it feels like. Our situation was a little bit different, but it just leaves you numb because you don't know what to say. You don't want to, you don't know whether to say why or how or why does something like this happen. You can't find the answers, but it is a tough situation. But athletics has a tendency of showing the resiliency of kids.
DeMario was a terrific safety. He was one of the leading tacklers and a big part of the Trojans' trip to last year's Super Six. But Coach Brad McCoy spoke more about his success off the field as a person.
Well, he did. He said that DeMario was the kind of kid that made everybody around him better, whether it was on the football field or whether it was in the classroom or whether it was in the hallways at school. He was just the kind of young man that made everybody better. He had bettered himself. He had improved himself. He was a great student and just a great personality. And that's what makes this tougher. It's tough to lose that kind of individual from any situation, but especially in a tragedy like this.
Well, much of the southeastern portion of the state has been a big support to the Trojans, including the Eufaula Tigers. To tell us more about that, as well as what other special events are tonight, here's Christina Chambers.
Well, guys, both these schools are definitely celebrating life here tonight. DeMario Harris, who wore jersey number 10, the Charles Henderson team, they put a number 10 sticker on the side of their helmet to honor their fallen teammate and friend. But as for Eufaula, Coach Klages says he's not for sure if anyone on his team personally knew Harris, but they wanted to reach out and do something special for him. Just moments ago, they held a moment of silence for Harris. They've even painted the 10-yard line on Charles Henderson's side in the Trojan orange color to honor Harris. But that's not the only thing Eufaula is doing here today. They're also having a pink out. You will see a lot of pink on the field, bands, cheerleaders in the stands to help raise money and awareness for breast cancer. We'll have more on that throughout the game. Guys.
All right, Christina, a special night, and we've got a big football game, and we don't want to lose sight of that. And we'll have it for you coming up momentarily. It's Charles Henderson and Eufaula here on Thursday Night Touchdowns.
I'm Steve Savarese, Executive Director of the Alabama High School Athletic Association. Unfortunately, in our society, winning has come before everything. But if winning comes at the expense of good sportsmanship, then nothing is gained in the long run. Good sportsmanship is the result of a disciplined effort to respect yourself, your opponents, and to practice the golden rule. Always remember, good sports are winners.
2/3 of drivers who died in car crashes chose to ignore this warning. Seatbelts save lives. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
If you're involved in a car crash where a driver's been drinking,
you're 4 times more likely to die.
More people die when it's DUI.
A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
I remember the moment.
I'll never forget that moment.
That changed my life.
At that moment, it hit me. This is why I joined the Guard. We're soldiers, always ready to protect our country. But we've also got communities. Family, friends, neighbors who count on us. I couldn't believe it. I just saved a life to somebody from my hometown.
See what it means to be a citizen soldier at NationalGuard.com.
Derek, what's with the scrubs? Shh.
She's going for it. It's gonna work. She's going for the burger.
Stand back, everyone. I'm a doctor. Whoop. I got it. I'm a doctor. I got it.
Jack, Jack, Jack for more, more, more.
Eufaula will kick off to start the ball game. They'll be going left to right on your screen. In the home red, Charles Henderson in the traveling white with orange numerals. A very important game in Class 5A Region 2. The winner more than likely setting up a home game in the first round of the playoffs. And right off the bat, a big return as breaking a couple of tackles inside of Eufaula territory goes Jelante Smith. And the Trojans will have great field position to start the football game for senior quarterback Austin Ingram.
Yeah, Graham, Austin Ingram is what Brad McCoy refers to as a prototypical pocket passer. He says he throws the ball much better than he runs it. He will run it a little bit, but he is a much better passer. They do put the ball in the air a lot. We'll see a lot of things, a lot of formations out of the Trojans tonight.
He has thrown for 1,200 yards, but on the first play, they're going to run it to the near side and lose a couple, and a flag comes down, and we may have our first penalty of the night. More than likely, that will be a face mask on Mondarius Duke Dixon, the senior.
Dixon is the guy who'll get the most carries tonight for Henderson. He is the workhorse out of the backfield for the Trojans. And Coach McCoy said that early in the season, Graham, they were really struggling with the running game. They were trying to get their offensive line figured out. They were trying to get a lot of things figured out early in the season. I mean, heck, when you get the head coaching job in June, you don't have a lot of time to get some of those things worked out early. And they've been working hard on it. And he said the running game has finally started to emerge, and it's a lot of that goes to the credit of Duke Dixon.
It was a 5-yard step off against Eufaula for the face mask. They'll replay first down. It's actually first down at about 7 after the penalty. And Ingram's going to throw downfield all alone for the completion. And did he reach to the pylon? Yes! Touchdown, Duke Dixon.
38 yards on the score, and what an effort right there inside the 5 by Duke Dixon to get to that pylon.
So the pass play, just the second play from scrimmage, and the Trojans wasting no time getting on the scoreboard.
Well, you're going to find it. Dixon came out of the backfield, Graham, and nobody picked him up along the sideline, and he got wide. He was wide open, and a great effort to reach for that pylon before anything hit the ground, and he's got that score.
Salmon with a kick, and it is good. And just like that, 7-0 Trojans, less than 30 seconds into this one.
I was going to say that may be our quickest touchdown of the year as far as an opening drive.
Right.
Now we did have a kick run back, and a couple of plays like that, but I believe that is the quickest score on an opening drive.
We're going to take a break. Quick 7-0 lead for the Trojans.
As your Alpha Insurance agent, I can help you customize a plan that'll save you money while still protecting your family.
Saving $10, $15, $20 a month makes a big difference for families.
We're able to give you a better product for a better price with better service.
I try to give the customers the kind of service that I want myself.
That has value. You can't get that online.
We have a great product, a great claim service, and it's a real value buy.
For the best agents in the business, call Alpha.
Go. Hard work, determination, teamwork. It can mean the difference between winning and losing. These are values that I teach my sons and players on the football field, and they are values we believe in at Wedemark & Key. If you have been hurt, put my firm's hard work, determination, and legal team to work for you.
Wedemark Key, because your case matters. Call 800-309-0500.
Children's of Alabama has been taking care of kids across our state for over 100 years. The opening of the Benjamin Russell Hospital for Children allows even more patient care. It leads the country in technology and innovation, including 17 state-of-the-art operating rooms, an expanded imaging center, and the Bruno Pediatric Heart Center, just to name a few. Children provides the highest level of care in a loving, comforting environment. I hope that you or anyone in your family never needs to be a patient, but if they do, Children's is here for you.
We are proud to have the Alabama Army National Guard as tonight's closed caption sponsor. Did you know that you can serve in the National Guard while you complete your college education and receive education benefits along the way? Learn more about it. www.nationalguard/al.com. A quick strike by the Trojans, and they lead at 7-0 on a 2-play drive. Set up, though, by that great kickoff return to start the game by Smith.
That got the whole thing going for the Trojans, Graham. And then you got Duke Dixon coming out of the backfield, 115 carries, 618 yards, 8 touchdowns. And he was just wide open. He came out, sneaked out of the backfield there, and nobody picked him up, and it was a fairly easy score for Charles Henderson.
The kickoff at the 15, and taking it down the far sideline for a pretty good start for Coach Dan Klages and the Tigers. Justin Warren is the quarterback. Now, just to be quite honest, this is where Eufaula has had problems in the early part of the season. Yes, they're 4-2 coming in. Yes, they're undefeated in the region. But they have really struggled offensively, and they're hoping some changes that they've made will help take care of some of that.
Well, they've made some tweaks on the offensive side. They've done some things and try to work some of those kinks out, Graham, but they don't throw the ball very well, so they're going to have to rely very heavily on the running game, and we'll see a lot of that tonight.
Warren, a junior, hasn't thrown it much, and you could see a very tight lineup. And the first play, it's actually Flowers that takes the snap, and he promptly gets a first down. I guess we'll call that the Wildcat. As he takes the snap, Warren did not, and it's a first down, I believe, for Eufaula.
That was a nice run right there, a little misdirection out of that keeper. Out of, I guess, what you would call the Wildcat formation.
Yeah, Garrett Flowers normally either a wide out or an H-back, and guess what? He's back there again.
They're going to stay with it.
Yeah, why not? Worked good the first time. They set up a couple of H-backs on the near side, and Flowers again cuts through the middle of the field and gets across the 40, where he picked up about 4 yards. So right off the bat, a wrinkle from Eufaula.
One of the big linemen for the Tigers lost his helmet on that play. He's going to have to come out real quick.
Stephen Moore on the tackle, and we'll try to give you the starters as we go along here. I mentioned Warren, normally the quarterback, because Flowers right now looks like he's taking the signals from the sideline. He does have 265 yards rushing this year, also 5 touchdowns. So he knows about running the football. One wide out split to the far side. And again, a 2 H-back set. Almost 2 wings on the same side. This time Flowers lost it, and I believe Charles Henderson has it. He never got possession of the snap. And let me check the number. I believe that's 77. That's Kobe Smith with a recovery.
Well, he just lost the handle, Graham. It hit him in the hands, and he went to make the fake to the running back and lost the football, and the ball hit the running back, or the wide receiver coming across in motion and flipped away, and Henderson fell on it. So a big break for the Trojans here early again.
That was Traquan Dennis coming across in motion, and that seemed to cause some problems for Flowers. Again, I don't know how many snaps he's taken in this situation, so we'll see if they continue to do that. Meantime, here's Charles Henderson of the Wildcat, and they'll get a couple of yards as Duke Dixon will carry it for about 6 inside the 35 to the 34. So great field position again for Charles Henderson.
Right, and Coach McCoy did say they would run this Wildcat formation quite a lot in different situations, especially short yardage, and sometimes in a short field situation, which is sort of what they're in right now.
Ingram back at quarterback on 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw over the middle complete. Dixon, and not quite enough for the first down. Flowers is there for the tackle. They'll get it to the 30, and they'll need a yard on 3rd.
I was just going to look and see receiving. Look at this play. Dixon's open again out of the backfield, and he has caught 15 passes so far this season, so he is no stranger to catching the football. And make it 17 after those 2 tonight.
Trojans need a yard. Dixon again. And he's got the first down, I believe, inside the 35 down to the 34. Excuse me, the 29-yard line. Let me make it correct here. So they'll move the chains, I believe. I may be premature in my announcements. They will measure.
They're going to measure.
That'll give me a chance to give you the starting lineups for the Charles Henderson offense. You've already seen Dixon in action. Also, Kobe Griffin is at a wide out. Riley Fox is the other wide out along with Nick Lewis. And you've already seen Jelante Smith, who had the kickoff return to start the game. Their line includes Christian London at tackle. Alex Bland is the center. Jeremy Griffin, Cameron Faison, and Terrell Woods. And he did not get the first down. I should have put away my whistle a long time ago, Mike, but I keep trying.
Well, I was in agreement with you. I had the spot a little further forward of what the officials put it, but neither one of us are wearing stripes. Well, you're wearing stripes, but they're not vertical.
Well, that's a reach.
Yours are horizontal.
They will not.
You don't count.
They will not confuse me for an official. It is Dixon. I beg your pardon. That is not Dixon. That is McBride. Richard McBride, who is one of the best linebackers in the state, but he takes the snap there.
Well, and Brad McCoy told me, he said, look, he said, Richard McBride is a defensive player, and he said he's committed to Auburn as a linebacker. He said, but do not be surprised to see him in the Wildcat formation, especially if we have just short yardage, because he is a tough runner with the football. He took a tough hit right there on that play.
And I can see why they use him. 1st and 10. Another handoff, Dixon again. He'll spin forward for about 4. Trey Thomas there for the tackle, but another good positive run on first down for Charles Henderson.
And Graham, you can tell the offensive line was a question mark coming in. Coach McCoy said the offensive and defensive lines were question marks early in the season, and you can tell they've made some strides. They look pretty polished in what they're doing so far tonight.
2nd down pass complete. Dixon across the middle again. Flowers another tackle, but not before another Trojan first down. That play has worked to perfection. They've run it about 3 times already.
Well, and it's a classic case of Charles Henderson taking what the defense is given. Dixon splits out, gets in that sort of an H-back or a slot back position, and just does a little short 6 or 7 yard route, sits down right there, and it's an easy pass for Austin Ingram, and it's been an easy play so far for them.
Red zone time for Charles Henderson's offense. 1st and 10. Ingram this time running. Caught in the backfield. He'll go down.
Big loss.
I believe that was 40. Thomas Espy that hit him first. He is one of the top players for Eufaula. And that's both offense and defense. We'll tell you about him as we go along. A loss of 15 on the play.
Well, and you got to credit the defense for Eufaula right there. They read that play, Graham. If you notice, he was looking for Dixon again, basically, I believe, on the same play that they scored the touchdown on, down that sideline, and he was picked up and covered, and he couldn't make the quick pass and couldn't get away from the rush.
Dixon in the Wildcat. Fake the throw, takes off, and spins across the 20. Now close to the 15, but they're going to need a lot more than that. It's going to be 3rd and about 14. From the 17-yard line. So that big sack by Espy, who leads the team in tackles for loss. That was his 7th of the year. He also has 4 interceptions, including 1 for a touchdown. 3rd and long. Pass downfield in the end zone. Touchdown. Ingram hitting the receiver. And let me check, is that Griffin? I believe it's Kobe Griffin with a touchdown, 17 yards.
And a nice job of going up and getting the ball right there by Kobe Griffin. He had fairly decent coverage on him, but the sort of the fade route right there, he gets turned around. The defensive player does not get his shoulders around, and he's able to make the catch and hold on for the touchdown.
The extra point is good by Salmon. So with 6:29 remaining in the first quarter, the Trojans have taken advantage of great field position on both possessions. One via a great kickoff return, the second by a turnover.
Right, and that's what football teams have to do, Graham. They have to cash in on turnovers. When they get those opportunities, they have to cash it in, and a nice job by Henderson right here, despite the big sack by Eufaula, coming back and getting the score and cashing in that turnover for a touchdown.
You know, Cortez Farmer was in pretty good position there, but great pass by Ingram.
He just couldn't get his head around to see the football. If he could have gotten his head around and gotten an eye on the football, probably could have knocked that ball away. He just couldn't quite get it around, and it ended up being a fairly easy catch.
So Charles Henderson will kick again. And Eufaula needing to get something going here. They don't want this one to get away from them too quickly. Salmon to kick. Dennis deep and lost the football. And he should be down right there at the 3-yard line. And if he had to do it over again, I think he'd let it go over his head through the end zone.
Probably let that one go. You know, sometimes on a kickoff you get a little confused because you say, oh, I can't let this hit the ground because it's a live ball. But he would have probably been better suited to let that one go and roll through the end zone.
So bad luck for the Tigers. Good fortune, though, for the Trojans.
And a good kick from Salmon there for Henderson to get it inside the 5-yard line.
And, you know, I got to give the young man credit. That was a great way to hold on to the football. He basically,
absolutely.
Dennis one-handed that ball.
Number 2, Justin Warren, in at quarterback.
But the Tigers have a long way to go for pay dirt here on their next possession, and they'll just hand it straight ahead across the 10. That is Espy. As I mentioned, he's good on both sides of the ball. Leading tackler, actually one of the leading tacklers, leading the team in tackles for loss. He's also one of the top running backs. He's got 237 yards. He's also scored 3 times.
Well, one thing Brad McCoy from Charles Henderson told me this week, Graham, was that he was really impressed by the conditioning of Eufaula. He said they've got a lot of kids that play on both sides of the football. You were just talking about the young man who carried the football being a good defensive player. He said they've got a lot of players that play both ways, and he said that's a testament to their conditioning.
Flowers with a carry, and I believe he might be a tad short of the first down. Elijah Stallworth with a tackle. Nope, they're going to give him a first down. There I go again. Actually, I should just wait and let him call it. Quit trying to do it myself. That's what they get paid to do this, not me, right?
I think so.
But it is a first down and an important one because it gets the Tigers out of the shadow of their end zone. Clock is moving. 5:29 and counting. 14-0 Charles Henderson. Welcoming you again to Thursday Night Touchdowns. Glad you're with us. Warren now at quarterback. Handoff, left side run. Positive yardage again. Jay Johnson, who has been injured for much of this first part of the season. And Dan Clegg has said we got to have him back. He only had about 20 carries, and you can see why he wants him back on the field.
Right, good speed, gets outside right here, a good burst of speed. He's going to get right at the first down marker. But he got going north and south pretty fast and made a big run, and just short of the first down, maybe about a half yard.
Simmons made the stop. 2nd and a yard, if that, from the 24. Backs in the eye, 2 wideouts left side. And Warren really didn't have anywhere to go. He made something out of nothing, and he picks up the first down.
Well, Charles Henderson kind of blew that play up, but he really did. He did an excellent job of finding a little crease and getting across the line to move the chains.
So another first down on this, I would call it critical drive by Eufaula. Already down 14-0 here midway through the first quarter. These two teams locked in a battle in this region with Greenville and Rehoboth. We'll be talking more about that as the night goes on. Quite frankly, you win this game, you probably will be at least a 2nd seed in the playoffs. 1st and 10. Johnson again, this time about 2. So a minimal gain, and we'll give credit to Marquise Simmons. It'll be 2nd and 9. On a beautiful night here in southeast Alabama. We're about, 100 miles southeast of Montgomery. In case you're wondering where Eufaula is, if you're watching up in other parts of the state. Great tradition here with some former players that you'll recognize.
Absolutely.
We hope to have one of them interviewed a little bit later on tonight. 2nd and 9.
And if you like bass fishing, this is the place to be.
This is the place to come. Warren just throws that one away. And he got lucky because where he threw it, there wasn't a defender, but he basically threw that one up for grabs.
the guy had him by the jersey, and it affected his throwing motion a little there as he was in the grasp and got the ball off, and luckily it was not intercepted.
Just let it fly. There was a receiver in the area. That was Ty Gilmore. But now a 3rd and 9, something that they haven't had to worry about on this drive. They've gotten a couple of first down. It started inside their 5. Now the T formation. Warren looking to throw, goes down. Wow. Get the name of that truck. I believe that was 31, and that'll be Omari Vaughn.
Yep, that was Omari Vaughn. He had 35 tackles coming into this game, and he was on the quarterback quick right there and made sure that he didn't get loose and make a play.
So that'll mean a punting situation for Eufaula.
Well, I tell you, defensive coordinators love it when their guys finish. You know, they hate to see missed tackles and guys slipping through and all that kind of stuff, and they love it when those guys finish, and he absolutely finished that play.
Chase Haney is the punter for Eufaula, averaging about 35 a kick. Has to go get that snap. Short but high punt. That'll take a roll and then picked up by Dixon.
Good coverage.
And he'll go down right there. Yeah, very good coverage by Eufaula. 42 yards on the punt, no return. And Charles Henderson will have it again, 1st and 10 at their 38. We'll take a timeout here at Tiger Stadium. Charles Henderson with the early lead.
Are you or a loved one seriously ill and need help? You have a choice, and Serenity Hospice Care can help. If you could benefit from pain or symptom management, help with personal care needs, or around-the-clock support, call us today or ask your physician if hospice might be right for you. You do not have to leave the comfort of your own home or be homebound to receive care from Serenity Hospice. Locally owned, we offer the highest quality of care for people with end-stage illness in the comfort of their own home, wherever that may be. Call Serenity Hospice Care at 706-507-7448.
At Baumhauer's, we're all about great sports, legendary food, and Southern pride. That's why we're serving up all your Southern favorites, like our tangy grilled fish salad, hot Bama brown, and our famous wings. And it wouldn't be the South if it didn't have a little kick, like a homemade gumbo and wild Gulf shrimp and grits. And don't forget our mouthwatering desserts like Bama Nana Pudding or strawberry shortcake. So call the gang and put a little South in your mouth.
Out of 89 Renaissance hotels in North America, the spa at the Renaissance Hotel in Montgomery was ranked #1 as of August 2014. Out of 358 Marriott hotels, the spa at the Marriott Shoals was ranked #1. 3 other spas on the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail also rank in the top 7. Clearly, world-class golf and the best spas for 2014 are in Sweet Home, Alabama. Call 800 Marriott to find out more.
2014 marks the 75th year our state parks have served the people of Alabama. During this diamond anniversary, you'll discover special events to celebrate this milestone. Hey there, Bob Baumhauer here. Whether you like camping under the stars or staying at a resort lodge, the Alabama State Parks specialize in amazing family adventures. Let's make this the best year yet. We depend on our partners, and just like these folks here, you can be a partner too by supporting our state parks.
Visit a park today!
A beautiful night here in Eufaula, especially good for Charles Henderson as they've got the ball back leading 14-0. A quick 1-yard run for Dixon. Let's see what Christina's got down on the sideline.
Well, guys, a sea of pink is all throughout Tiger Stadium for Eufaula's Pink Out. I'm here with Debbie Sutton with the local Relay for Life. This is your first Pink Out here at Eufaula. What made you guys want to do this event?
Our community's been hit hard with cancer here recently. We wanted to join together, get our kids involved, get the community together, and let our kids know you're never too young to make a difference, never too young to join the fight, and have fun while we're raising awareness and pink out cancer and find a cure.
You guys are selling T-shirts and balloons. What are you guys going to do with those balloons?
We're going to release them at the first Tiger touchdown.
And where does the money, obviously you're raising money for it, where does the money go to?
Barber County Relay for Life will submit it as a lump sum donation to the American Cancer Society.
All right, you can see obviously the football players, the bands, the cheerleaders, fans, even Charles Henderson's cheerleaders and band have pink pom-poms, and they're also pinking out for cancer too, guys.
Everywhere tonight here at Tiger Stadium, and all for a good cause. You just saw the quarterback, Austin Ingram, with a nice move. I think he might be a tad short of the first down. It is 4th and less than a yard as we see it again.
Well, a pretty good job by Ingram there. You know, Coach McCoy said he wasn't that great of a runner, but I tell you what, he made a couple of moves there, got some yardage, broke a couple of tackles, and got really close. And it looks like they're going to put that short yardage Wildcat in, and we'll see what happens.
Yep, McBride will take the snap and take it himself, and he gets the first down, dodging one tackler. He's got plenty inside the 30 to the 28. How about that?
Hey, the big guy's, he's big and strong and tough, and just broke through the line right there, found a seam, and made a pretty good run right here.
Yeah, once he got past the initial line of scrimmage, there wasn't too many guys out there to tackle him. He's lucky, or I should say Eufaula is lucky that Shaquad Grant was out there. He might have scored. 23 on the play. Dixon spinning away from 2-3 tacklers, but he'll get about 2. He worked hard for that 2 yards, though,
well, I tell you,
as the tackle made by Trey Thomas.
He did more dancing than the cast of Dancing with the Stars there to try to get away from that. Made something positive out of nothing, absolutely nothing right there to get a yard.
So 2nd and 9 coming up. You did wonder, we wondered about what kind of game the Trojans would play tonight, and they've come out with fire in their eyes as there's a quick slant and a pass completion to the tight end. Jelante Smith, his 31st reception of the year. It'll be a tad short of the first down yardage. It'll be 3rd and about 2. But I'm sure you thought about it too, Mike. What would they do? How would they come out? Last week, probably still trying to get over everything. Also the weekend of their fallen players as that pass dropped and incomplete. But the memorial was last Sunday.
Right.
And you just wonder how they would respond to all of that, and it looks like they've responded well.
Well, Coach McCoy said the win last weekend, last Friday night, really did a lot for his team. He said you could see them as the week went on, you could see them getting a little better, and the morale of the team starting to come back a little bit. But he said that win was really a healing win for them.
McBride again, first down again, and more yardage than needed as he's inside the 15 down to the 12. Go ahead, continue what you were saying.
And he just said those guys they continued to heal, and he said the win was really big, and he said it really helped everybody to get that win. He said DeMario's family was there and talked to the guys and told them, look, you know what DeMario would want. He would want you guys to carry on. He would want you to go out and play hard, and he would want you to win. And he said that did a lot for his team.
That is going to be the final play of the first quarter. A good one for the Trojans. They're knocking on the door, already leading 14-0.
Bell's Transmission is a trusted name in the River region for automotive repairs. At Bell's Transmission, we don't just work on transmissions. We can handle all jobs, large or small, from complete engine overhauls to oil changes and tires. With a large state-of-the-art facility, we have the know-how and the technology to handle any automotive repair, and we stand behind our work with a warranty on all jobs. Plus, we will beat anyone's price. So for quality automotive work at the best price, trust Bell's Transmission in Montgomery.
Sometimes, what looks like help isn't really any help at all. Valley Rescue Mission, meeting needs since 1963. Call or visit our website today to help.
If you're having car and tire issues and need friendly service, don't hesitate to visit HP Automotive and Tires. Our used tires start at $20, in sizes 13 to 28. Our new tires available also. We have a 10% military senior citizen discount. We take care of all your automotive needs, including body repair and paint. We're open Monday through Saturday from 8 to 8, Sunday 1 to 5. We're located at 2029 Fort Benning Road. Just remember, HP Automotive and Tires, South Columbus, one-stop shop.
You've been waiting for this all year. The Greater Columbus Fair is here, October 14th through the 19th at the Columbus Civic Center. Come experience the fun, thrilling rides, free family shows, and great fair food too. Come see the circus, a magic show, the Great American Petting Zoo, and more. All free with your paid fair admission. There's fun for everyone at this year's Greater Columbus Fair. For ticket specials and more, visit columbusciviccenter.org. The Greater Columbus Fair, where everywhere you look, there's something fun to do.
A 14-0 lead for Charles Henderson, and they've got the ball in red zone again, trying to score and add to their lead. 1st and 10, the ball at the 13-yard line. Ingram, the quarterback. Dixon, the handoff. Big hole, touchdown. He wasn't touched till he was at about the 2. Pretty easy touchdown for the Trojans.
Wow, what a hole on that left side. There could have been 5 guys going through that hole shoulder to shoulder. It was so big, and it was an easy run for him. Watch this hole open up. They seal it off right there, just a huge hole. And he got touched to really about the 4-yard line. Cameron Faison, the guard right there, just sealed the inside. And what a big hole.
Extra point at try is no good. So 20-0. Charles Henderson now with the lead, scoring on the first play here in the second quarter. Well, they started the first quarter off scoring on the, second play of the game from scrimmage. Got a turnover and took it down and scored. That was a 9-play drive, 61 yards.
And I believe now 16 of the 20 plays have been on the plus side of the field for Charles Henderson. So
you're going to win a lot of football games.
Absolutely. They're winning the battle of field position by a landslide right now.
One more look.
Here at a different angle, and just watch this, the seal blocks right there on that left side of the line just open that hole, and it was a cakewalk into the end zone.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Charles Henderson was lined up on this near side, strong side, and they ran it weak side that time, if I'm not mistaken. Right. And that's where the Eufaula defenders were. Salmon again will kick. He wears number 95. He's also their punter, and had to do that so far, though. And we're just 5 seconds in to this second quarter, 20-0.
Duke Dixon with 72 yards and a couple of touchdowns tonight for the Trojans.
Dennis looking for running room and can't find any down at the 20. Corral there. Looked like Jamal Smith with a tackle, but it'll be 1st and 10, Eufaula. Well, the Tigers got a little bit going their last possession. They picked up a couple of first downs, but couldn't complete a pass on 1st and 10, and then ended up with a big sack. See what they can do here. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. We'll see if they come back with Warren. They actually started the game with Flowers in the Wildcat. It will be Warren with an I-back set. Pitch, reverse, Gilmore. He's got blockers. He gets across the 20, across the 31st down. A flag comes out late, and that might negate the first big play of the night for the Tigers.
I think they might get a holding call right there, and I believe from the reaction, it is going to be on Jamal Turner, the wide receiver.
Yeah, the official held up actually number 2. I don't know if that means it was Warren out there blocking, or we'll check it again. Good play. Took a little bit to develop, but positive numbers. They just don't get to keep it.
Some good blocks in front here, and then somebody gets tied up. I don't know, back behind the play. I'm not sure.
I think that was Warren. That was he was
Warren.
blocking
I
right
think you're
there.
right, because where the flag fell, it was where Warren was blocking.
Right. So it'll be 1st down again. This time 1st and 12 at the 18. Well, we'll call it the. How about the 17.5? Warren's a junior. Pitch this side again. Coming to the sideline.
Oh,
yeah.
Look at Richard McBride trail that play from the backside.
That's why he's going to Auburn.
That's great closing speed from his middle linebacker position. And boy, I thought, Graham, when they first pitched that ball, it looked like they had a lot of green over here and might have a big positive play. And then there comes number 15 out of nowhere.
Johnson even had a block around front.
He did. And tracked that play down and made a nice shoestring tackle there for a minimal gain.
Yeah, we'll call it a gain of 3. 2nd and 10 at the 20. 2 tight ends, wide outs either side. Another reverse. Espy up the middle. First down and more. He'll get to the 45-yard line. Simmons there for the tackle, but not before a 25-yard gain.
We might get a horse collar here on the end of that play. It's a late flag.
Yeah, that one came out right as the tackle was completed. And it is a personal foul, horse collar, 15 more added to the run. And that should put Eufaula on the plus side of the 50.
I tell you what, Espy is a tough character. He's a tough runner. And he got out in open field right there, showed a little speed, but he also showed some determined running. Didn't want to go down, and it took a little horse collar there at the end of the play to get him down.
So they mark the ball inside the 40, just inside the 40. We'll call it 1st and 10 of the 39.
There's where the hand went inside the neck of the jersey and got the horse collar right at the end of the play.
They'll go left side again. Johnson, he's got running room. Inside the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown.
40 yards on that play. And that's why Coach Klages said it was important for him to come back.
And here come the balloons. You heard, talked about earlier, released on the Tigers. The initial touchdown tonight, glad to see that. But what a run by Jay Johnson. And that's what the Tigers need as we look at it again.
Broke that tackle about 5 yards downfield and then had just wide open grass in front of him and had to change his angle a little bit to keep that defender off of him, but stayed ahead. Nobody really touched him.
Espy the kicker, and he makes the point after attempt with 10:21 left to go in the first half. Eufaula with their first points of the night, now trailing 20-7. We'll be back to Eufaula. Stay tuned.
Auto sales. We can finance you. Got to get to Gil. Been asking for lowdowns. Now I'm here to say Gil's Phoenix City Walmart has them on the way. Everything on the lot is $4.99 down. Gil's price and selection is the best around. That low down payment gets you on your way. $4.99 down. You'll be riding today. Gotta get to Gil. Gil's Auto Sales. We can finance you. Got to get to Gil. Selection and price. Gotta get to Gil's.
Every patient wants to feel that they are involved in a process from diagnosis to survivorship after they have been treated.
West Georgia Oncology is with you every step of the way.
We also provide a loving and caring environment for the patients.
Expertise and technology to give you a fighting chance to beat cancer. For more, contact West Georgia Oncology or go to WTVM.com and click on News 9 MD.
Hey y'all, I ordered Focarelli's.
At Focarelli's, we deliver right to your door. Our guys are fast and friendly. Enjoy our fresh hot pizza, subs, calzones, cheese sticks, wings, and more. Our pizza is fresh. And your family, well, let's just say they're gonna love it.
Hey, who took the last slice of pizza?
With 3 locations in Montgomery, you'll get it fast. Focarelli's, it's a great pizza.
This year, our Alabama State Parks are celebrating their 75th anniversary. To learn more about our amazing Alabama State Parks, download their new mobile app. Go to alapark.com. That's ALAPARK.com. Click on the link for a free download. Nice answer by Eufaula. Jay Johnson with a big touchdown run to pull the Tigers within 2 touchdowns now at 20-7. Let's check on Christina.
Well, Graham, you mentioned it was the Alabama State Park's 75th anniversary. I'm here with Mark Jackson with Lake Point State Park, which is a few miles away right here from Tiger Stadium. Talk about the new app that you guys have and what it's going to do to help those who maybe want to come to your park.
Okay, it's the Alabama State Park's Pocket Ranger app. It's available for free on the App Store or the Google Play Store. It'll tell you everything you need to know about an upcoming vacation or trying to plan a vacation to an Alabama State Park. It'll provide you with all the information that you need to know about all 22 state parks, including geocaching, information about our campground, all of our amenities at our lodges, any upcoming events, anything you need.
Why might be a good time for people to come and check out one of your state parks?
Well, especially now, starting with the fall color in northern Alabama, you've got a beautiful several parks up there that have just beautiful fall color, from central Alabama all the way up to northeast Alabama at DeSoto, Gunnersville, Joe Wheeler, Cheehaw, especially the highest point in Alabama. And just remember, no matter where you are in the state of Alabama, you're never more than an hour's drive from any Alabama state park.
All right, thank you so much, guys.
Also some great fishing. I think we've mentioned that about a half dozen times, but we can't.
Especially at his park.
Yes. Great place.
Also a pretty decent little golf course over there.
I'm a terrible fisherman, and I can catch fish there. That's how great it is. It is 2nd and 4 after the Dixon run. And there's that pass again, working to perfection for the Trojan offense. This time they throw it.
Nick Lewis, wasn't it?
Yep, I believe you're right. The junior, wide out. And a first down at the 45 for the Trojans as we look at it again. And you know what? That's hard to cover as Dixon finds a seam. Left side first down, 11 yards. Well, but going back to that last pass, though, Mike, I think we've seen that now, 5 times, and it's worked every time.
Well, either to a wide out or to the back out of the backfield. That same little pass in the flat or in that about 5 or 6 yard sit down route, it's been open a lot tonight, and they've taken advantage.
May measure the gain here on the run by Duke Dixon, the senior. He came in with 580 yards rushing, also 7 touchdowns, but I believe he's already added 1 here tonight.
He has. He's added a couple, actually, 1 receiving, 1 rushing. But he's also, Graham, not afraid to deliver a blow when he's running the football.
Hey, I got that one right.
He did.
I'm 1 for 3. Now in baseball, that's pretty good average.
Yeah, well, yeah, you could probably make 10 or 15 million hitting 333 in the
especially
majors.
In this day and age. Everybody other than that guy for the Houston Astros struggling to hit. Altuve, is that his name?
Yeah.
I got the same size as he does. I'm about the same height.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm quite ready for that. We've got a timeout, I believe, taken on the field. It'll be taken by Eufaula, and I'm not sure why. And Plagas actually called the timeout, and I think he wanted to know about the measurement or maybe the spot. Either way, it's going to be first down for the Trojans after this timeout. A big night of football, not only tonight, but tomorrow night, some huge games across the state. You're really getting into playoff mode now, even though we don't start the postseason for a few more weeks, but everybody lining up, getting ready, and trying to get in some cases.
Well, everything is getting to the point now, Graham, where every game, every Thursday and Friday and even Saturday night in some places is important. And they need those wins. Every team needs a win in these games down the stretch to secure that playoff spot. And of course, you want to get that 1 or 2 seed so you can stay home in that first round.
You see the Trojans, last year they made it to the finals, losing to Aniana in the finals, the 4A state championship. That's a pretty special team. They've had some pretty special moments these last couple of years. They also won back-to-back baseball titles.
Baseball titles. There's some players on the team that were on those back-to-back baseball championship teams. So they've had a nice run at Charles Henderson.
There's one of the guys right there who was instrumental in those baseball titles. Pass in the flat. It is complete. Riley Fox also on the baseball team.
A baseball player.
Yeah.
So that is Austin Ingram, Riley Fox, and Nick Lewis on this drive. All 3 guys who played on those back-to-back state champion teams.
And don't think that while it's a different game, the attitude is the same.
Right.
Knowing how to win. And these guys know how to do it. They had to come from behind to win that baseball title this past year.
Oh, nice defense right there by Eufaula.
Yep, who was out of the backfield?
That was Espy. You know,
actually, it was Cameron McElroy, I believe.
Cameron McElroy made the first hit, and Espy finished the play. But
I don't want Cameron to miss out on his credit, though.
You know, absolutely, absolutely. He was the guy who disrupted the play, and Espy just got the finish. Made sure that Duke Dixon didn't go anywhere.
And now we got a flag on 3rd and 4. Somebody must have moved early. Pretty good crowd on hand here tonight.
Well, the big man McElroy was in the backfield again, Graham. He might have caused a little false start right there, getting ready to get in the backfield because he was back there quick again.
So the 5-yard step off is going to make it, well, let's see. They're going to put it at the 44. So now we'll call it 3rd and 8. 3rd and a long 8. Just inside the 44 for Charles Henderson, leading 20-7. Clock is moving, 8:15 and counting. Ingram will throw. Goes deep.
What a
catch!
Oh, wow.
Jelante Smith out of bounds at the 21.
Oh,
perfect pass, by the way, from Austin Ingram.
Well, the only guy who could have caught that pass was Jelante Smith, and I didn't think he was going to, I'll be honest with you. And all of a sudden, he stuck that one paw up there and brought it down. Watch this, coming right into your living room. One hand goes up, comes down with the football, inbounds for the catch.
Again, pretty decent defense. As the first down, Gary goes for about a yard. Dixon again.
Garrington Flowers said hello to Duke Dixon right there in football terms.
How do you do, as our friend Vern Lundquist would say. 2nd and 9. 3 wideouts left, 1 to the right, 1 back set is Dixon. Ingram looks left and goes back to the right side. Dixon in the flat. He'll get inside the 15. Shoestring tackle kept him out of the end zone. That was Josh Peterson with a tackle. So it'll be a 3rd and 4. They'll mark it at the 15. I don't know what Ingram's percentage and completions are tonight, but I don't think he's missed but about 2 passes, and a couple of those, at least one of them was dropped.
Yeah.
3rd and 5. Ingram. Another pass complete.
And by the way, Graham, Jelante Smith, affectionately known by all his teammates as Smitty. And
makes sense. And he's the one that made that catch.
And something Coach McCoy told me was that he is tremendous after he catches the football. His yards after catch are what make him a really good receiver.
Draw play, that one. Well, it didn't work, but then the great second effort from Dixon, and he almost scored. It looked like he was going down to the backfield.
Espy was right there, made the hit, and somehow Duke Dixon didn't go down with that jarring lick and stayed on his feet, got away, and almost scored.
What a run by Duke Dixon. And now another flag on 2nd and goal at the 2. This one again probably, well, let me wait and see. I said I wouldn't officiate tonight anymore, so I'm going to hold my tongue. It is going to be offsides against Eufaula, so that'll be half the distance penalty, and they'll place it at the 1, make it a little bit easier for the Charles Henderson Trojans, who are running on all cylinders tonight.
They really are. This is Coach McCoy's got to be happy with the way things have gone in this game. Of course, he's gotten a couple of good breaks, but good teams take advantage of those breaks when they're given them.
2nd and goal. This time, nowhere to go for Dixon. Brought down for no gain. And let's credit number 56, K.D. Hill. He is a freshman.
Wow.
Making that tackle.
And Cedric Hill, I don't know how I'm sure they're related. I'm not sure how. But Cedric Hill was right there with him to help finish that play.
K.D. Hill, 6'1", 250, and I think he's going to grow some more.
Wow.
3rd and goal at the 1. McBride cuts it outside. Touchdown.
I was just about to say, I don't think they're going to be able to keep McBride out of the end zone on that play.
And he did what a good running back does, even though he's not a running back. He waited for his blocks to develop, and he went outside with it to score.
You're going to see him hesitate right there, move, and then he sees the seam, sees the hole. He delivers a blow like all good defensive guys will do as he crossed the goal line.
Kind of like to let everybody know where they are, right? 2-point conversion, good. As the pass from Ingram is complete to Riley Fox. 28-7. Charles Henderson in control here in the first half.
Derek was with the scrubs. Shh.
She's going for it. It's gonna work. She's going for the burger.
Stand back, everyone. I'm a doctor. Whoop. I got it. I'm a doctor. I got it.
Jack for more.
I'm Diane Bentley, Alabama's First Lady. Over 15 million children are exposed to domestic violence each year, and 10% of high school students are victims of dating abuse. Whether you are experiencing abuse or you think you know someone who is, it's time to speak out. The Alabama Coalition Against Domestic Violence can answer questions about safe dating behavior, as well as provide shelter to those fleeing violent homes. Call 1-800-650-6522 for help and a way out.
Hard work, determination, teamwork. It can mean the difference between winning and losing. These are values that I teach my sons and players on the football field, and they are values we believe in at Wedemark and Keith. If you have been hurt, put my firm's hard work, determination, and legal team to work for you.
Wedemark Keith, because your case matters. Call 800-309-0500.
Children's of Alabama has been taking care of kids across our state for over 100 years. The opening of the Benjamin Russell Hospital for Children allows even more patient care. It leads the country in technology and innovation, including 17 state-of-the-art operating rooms, an expanded imaging center, and the Bruno Pediatric Heart Center, just to name a few. Children provides the highest level of care in a loving, comforting environment. I hope that you or anyone in your family never needs to be a patient, but if they do, Children's is here for you.
Well, a 12-play, 70-yard drive. An answer to the Eufaula touchdown, now 28-7. Boy, Ingram almost perfect tonight. We'll get to that here in just a second as the kickoff will come down to the 8-yard line. And the tackle made across the 25, maybe to the 27 on Dennis, so it'll be first down, Eufaula. You saw the numbers.
8 of 10. And one of those was dropped, so very realistically, it should be 9 of 10 on the night, but you'll take 80% out of your quarterback.
Anytime. And then Dixon
is
8 yards short of 100 already.
Yeah, near 100 yards. Big night for him, but I tell you, I've been impressed with Richard McBride when he's been in there in that Wildcat formation. He's probably got close to 50 yards himself on a few carries out of that formation in short yardage, including a touchdown.
And a quick timeout taken by Eufaula.
Had an alignment issue. They couldn't get lined up right. Had to spin that timeout.
That is the second timeout of the half for the Tigers, so they'll try to regroup, try to get something going here on this possession. Well, did you know that distracted driving is now the leading cause of all car crashes? One text or call can wreck it all. So keep your eyes on the road. Don't text and drive. A message from the Alabama Department of Transportation reminding you to be safe. Drive safe, Alabama. Graham Dunn, Mike Peacock, Christina Chambers down on the sideline as we are in Eufaula tonight. And I keep wanting to reach out and grab that moon. It's right in front of us. It is a full moon, and I got to see the blood moon. I believe it was yesterday morning.
After the
yeah,
eclipse.
You had to be up early to see it. And I didn't even know what I was looking at. That's how non-astronomical I am, I guess is the way to put it. 1st and 10. The pitch, another reverse.
I tell you what, Eufaula's had big success on misdirection plays. And there it is again.
That is Traquan Dennis. First big carry for him. And that'll put it at the 48-yard line, the first down for Eufaula. Well, they got to do something. Down 21 points here. And a good pitch and a good run by Dennis.
A well-executed play right there. They got the flow going, fooled the defense, and went back the other direction.
Play good for 21 yards. First and 10 at the 48. Clock is moving. We got 5 minutes to play in the first half. Warren at quarterback. Left side, very little running room for Jay Johnson, who has the lone touchdown of the night for Eufaula. Yep, there was that guy
in the backfield quick. I tell you what, he's going to beef up. You know, right now his size is not what you would think about for an SEC middle linebacker, but I guarantee you he'll get on that weight program at Auburn if he holds to his commitment. We have to say that nowadays because sometimes they change. But if he holds to that commitment, wherever he goes to school, he'll get in their weight program, and he might move to an outside linebacker position the way he's built and the speed that he has, but he is a good-looking player.
That should be offsides on Charles Henderson, as Amari Vaughn's got a little quick. That'll be a 5-yard step off. Yep. Yeah, I wanted to mention McBride was the 4A lineman of the year last year. He had 85 tackles last year. Total, that's including playoffs, he's already had, coming in tonight, 74. So I think he's going to top that number.
He's having a year, that's for sure.
He had 5 sacks coming in. He's already added 1 tonight. And we're going to be hearing a lot more about him.
He's a specimen. I mean, you look at him, you can tell. He's put together very well and got room to grow. So look for big things for him at the next level.
48-yard line, 2nd and 6. Quick handoff, another nice hole up the middle. And I believe the ball came out.
Is that a fumble or
Terry
did the ground cause it? All right, what are they saying
here? They're going to say it's Eufaula football, I believe. Terry with the carry.
Yep.
First time we've called his name tonight. And I believe the ball may have come out as he was down. I don't think the ball was out as he hit the ground. That is a 15-yard play, though, and a first down for the Tigers inside the 35-yard line.
We do not have booth review here, so
unless they want to let us do it.
Yeah, that's true.
We have the ability to replay it. Terry again, this time about 3.
We'd have
tackled at the 31.
We'd have to borrow a megaphone from the cheerleaders to call
down.
Well,
we've got Christina down there. She could relay the information.
That's true.
We can trust her to get it right, I think.
I think
At
so.
least I hope so. 2nd and 7. Tigers need a touchdown here late as the clock ticking under 3 minutes of the first half, down 21 points. The Charles Henderson offense has been on fire here in the first half. And the belly play, absolutely nothing. Maybe a yard, maybe. As Terry was hit. Well, I don't know really who he was. I think that might have been Jay Jackson, but
Lorenzo Pennington was in that pile too, the big tackle.
Either way, it was a yard gain.
Stopped up the hole, yep.
So it'll be 3rd, and we'll call it 6. Eufaula will need about the 24-yard line, just across the 24, for the first down. Warren under center. Another jump off sides, but they didn't call it. They've got a much better angle than we do. And now we're going to get a timeout. Yep. Again by Eufaula. It comes with 1:56 to play in the first half.
Getting an explanation there as to why it wasn't called.
And I think that's what they were trying to do.
In high school, can you get back? Nope. If you cross that plane, you're supposed to get the call, right?
Yeah, you've got to stay out of the neutral zone in high school. Take a look at what the Tigers have done, and we talked about the great tradition You know, you look at that scoreboard out there, Mike, all the state championships, regional titles. Dan Klages has been here for 20 years, 11 of those as the head coach, 10 playoff appearances. And they put a couple of guys in the pros by the name of Courtney Upshaw.
Yeah, not a bad player.
Not a bad player who helped Alabama win a couple of national championships. He's now with the Baltimore Ravens. And then they got another guy out there with the New York Giants, who hopefully we're going to get to talk to tonight.
Yep.
Jarrell Jernigan, who played at Troy. As you can see the numbers. They're going to run out of room. They're going to need a new scoreboard here
look at that
soon.
line of playoffs there, starting in 74 all the way up to 2013. They haven't missed the playoffs too many times, but one of the most impressive things in that line on the scoreboard is 10-win seasons. They got a bunch of them.
Pass across the middle by Warren, incomplete.
That ball actually should have been caught, Graham, I believe.
Yeah, it went through the hands of Streeter. So it'll be 4th down. And are they going to try a field goal? Thomas Espy has a very strong leg. He has kicked one from 35 yards. This one's going to be from 48, maybe 49.
Maybe 49.
By the time
49.
he puts down the tee.
I tell you, Graham, I saw something over in my hometown last weekend you don't see very often in high school. Northside High School has a young man who kicks for them, kicked a 54-yard field goal.
Wow. Well, this one's 49. It's not going to get there. In fact, you might as well have punted. That's the same thing. So the ball will come out to the 20. That's the one difference for high school is you don't get the ball back where the ball was spotted on the kick. So it'll be 1st and 10. And why not? I mean, if you're going to put the ball at the 20, if you don't make the field goal, you might as well try the field goal.
And he got a little too far under that ball. I think he's got plenty of leg to make that kick. He just kind of got under that one and hit more of a pitching wedge instead of a 5-iron there, you know, in golf terms, and left it short.
Of course,
story of my life on the golf course.
Yeah, left it short.
110-yard shot, and I hit it 101. You know, it's.
You hear the worst sentence in golf too much. Still your turn,
yeah,
right?
You're still away. That's right.
1st and 10, Charles Henderson. We'll see if they try to put something on the board here late. Maybe not. They go straight ahead. Boy, Dixon's had a great first half.
He really has.
Now up to about 94 yards after that carry.
I wouldn't be surprised, Graham, if they may take a shot downfield pretty soon here. They haven't really thrown the deep ball tonight. Most of their passing has been in the short yardage. They might fake it or run a wheel route right here, try to get something downfield.
2nd and 8. They are taking their time. Looks like they're going to try to run out the clock.
You're right.
Dixon again. Caught in the backfield. That hadn't happened much. It was Cedric Hill with a tackle, and that more than likely will be the final play of the first half. I don't have what is now called, they call it the shot clock. I don't know why. I guess they're trying to.
Play clock?
Yeah, it is the play clock.
It is off.
So we're going to assume that will be the last play. In fact, the Trojans are leaving the field, as are the Tigers. And that'll be the end of the first half. But what a first half for Brad McCoy and the Trojans. 28-7, our score at halftime. A lot of festivities coming up here at the break. Christina will be taking care of that. We're going to take a timeout, and we'll return to Eufaula Tiger Stadium in a moment.
The leaves are falling, and so are our prices. Take advantage of New Bath's fall blowout sale and transform your bathroom in time for the holidays. Get payments as low as $89 per month. Call New Bath today.
You'll never guess what 400,000 people in the U.S. were using when they crashed their cars last year. No, not this. This. Distracted driving will kill you. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation. So you got caught speeding, but this time you got more than a ticket.
What are you in for?
Vehicular homicide. Stop speeding before speeding stops you. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
I had a dream, a beautiful dream. I couldn't believe how real it seemed. Up on stage, in the field of green, on the winding river, same song you'll sing. When I wake up, I'll see you here in Montgomery, where dreams come true.
It's a crustacean celebration as we salute shrimp and shrimpers at the National Shrimp Festival. And while we're feeling just beachy, we check out some of our newest and tiniest temporary neighbors, see the sea turtles and why we're watching out for them. From the Gulf to the Tennessee Valley, a trip down a happy trail will be sure to bring a smile to your face. So saddle up for a ride which is absolutely Alabama.
Halloween is around the corner, but New Bath's super low prices are anything but scary. We offer designer choices, quick installation, and payments as low as $89 per month. Call now and receive a bathroom ideas guide absolutely free.
We're back in Tiger Stadium. Charles Henderson leads at 28-7. I'm with Charles Henderson head coach Brad McCoy. You guys are playing with a sense of urgency tonight. What's the key? What's been the key in the first half?
Well, I think consistency, eliminating mistakes. We talked about that to the kids all week long, that the team that, can control the field position, can eliminate mistakes, eliminate the big play, might have a chance in this ball game. And I think our guys have done a pretty good job of that.
Any adjustments in the second half?
Well, on defense, they've put together a couple of plays that have hurt us, and we're going to go in there and talk about it and see what we need to do on that side of the ball.
All right, good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
All right, guys, I just spoke to Charles Henderson principal earlier this week, and he just wanted to say a big thank you for all the fans and love and support from the high schools and communities nearby as they have had this difficult time with the loss of DeMario Harris, football player who wore number 10. So he just wanted to say thank you to all those who have shown their love and support during this difficult time for their school and community. Now we're going to turn it over to Charles Henderson's marching band. We've had Alpha Insurance since our first daughter.
And when we had quadruplets, we really needed Alpha.
Now we need our own insurance with great rates, fast claim service,
And a local agent we know.
And we want a company our kids and grandkids can trust.
Ask about Alpha's new legacy discount for homeowners.
I'm Diane Bentley, Alabama's First Lady. Over 15 million children are exposed to domestic violence each year, and 10% of high school students are victims of dating abuse. Whether you are experiencing abuse or you think you know someone who is, it's time to speak out. The Alabama Coalition Against Domestic Violence can answer questions about safe dating behavior, as well as provide shelter to those fleeing violent homes. Call 1-800-650-6522 for help and a way out.
Hard work, determination, teamwork. It can mean the difference between winning and losing. These are values that I teach my sons and players on the football field, and they are values we believe in at Wedemark and Keith. If you have been hurt, put my firm's hard work, determination, and legal team to work for you.
Wedemark Keith, because your case matters. Call 800-309-0500.
Children's of Alabama has been taking care of kids across our state for over 100 years. The opening of the Benjamin Russell Hospital for Children allows even more patient care. It leads the country in technology and innovation, including 17 state-of-the-art operating rooms, an expanded imaging center, and the Bruno Pediatric Heart Center, just to name a few. Children provides the highest level of care in a loving, comforting environment. I hope that you or anyone in your family never needs to be a patient, but if they do, Children's is here for you.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium in Eufaula, Alabama. Charles Henderson leads 28-7 at halftime. I'm here with Charles Henderson Principal Boyd English. This has been a rough 2 weeks for you guys with the loss of a teammate and a student, Demario Harris.
Well, Demario was much more than that. He was the heart and soul. He represented everything that we love to instill in our students. We have 620 students, and we're just proud of each and every one of them, and Demario was no different. He had a smile that would light up a room. He had love for everybody, and he will be sorely missed.
How have the students, and especially this football team, trying to overcome this adversity?
Well, we've had, first of all, I'd like to recognize our superintendent, Dr. Lee Hicks. Fantastic leadership. Our mayor, our community, we are just closer because of it. We're still brokenhearted. Student body has come together, and you know, it's like we said on the Monday after this tragedy that left us heartbroken. His legacy lives on. You know, he provided so much love, so much joy, the peace that he had that surrounded him just because of the person that he was. It lives on through his legacy. And he touched so many lives and made everyone around him better.
What does it mean to your school to know that the communities and surrounding schools have just been overflowing with support and love for you guys?
You know, it means so much, and I tell you, when there's a tragedy, I know Hazel Green had a tragedy. It brings everything into perspective. And, you know, I was able to call the school today at Hazel Green and wish them our thoughts and prayers go out to them. And I guess what it does put things in perspective. And we have to love each other, love one another, and let everybody know how we feel, and just try to make this world a better place. And we start that with our own community. So we're so appreciative, and the gratitude goes out to everybody who has called and lifted up prayers for the Harris family and the Charles Henderson High School family.
Well, our thoughts are definitely with you guys as you go through this tough time. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have more from halftime. Charles Henderson leads 28-7.
Derek, what's with the scrubs? Shh.
She's going for it. It's gonna work. She's going for the burger.
Stand back, everyone. I'm a doctor. Whoop. I got it. Doctor. I got it.
Jack, Jack, Jack for more, more, more.
When it comes to giving our customers a great deal on a new car, Headquarter Nissan of Columbus is the place to buy. You'll always get pricing upfront, fast and friendly on our huge selection of new Nissans. And we'll buy your trade even if you don't buy from us. Plus, every Headquarter Nissan vehicle comes with a 7-day exchange policy for your peace of mind. With our great selection, service, and savings, it's no wonder why Headquarter Nissan is the place to buy.
All of our teammates here love giving back to the Columbus community. We'll see you at Headquarter Nissan.
At Dentistry for Children, we love to make kids smile. Dr. Julia Schreiber and Dr. Benjamin Cumbus specialize in pediatric dentistry, treating infants, children, and patients with special needs. You can trust Dentistry for Children to provide the highest quality care for children of all ages. Beautiful smiles begin at Dentistry for Children. Call today to make your appointment with our professional caring staff. Dentistry for Children in Montgomery and Wetumpka, proudly making kids smile for over 30 years.
You want an appliance for the kitchen, the den, or somewhere else, and you don't just want to score a deal. You want the knowledge that goes with it. Think Cohen's. The price? We hold our own with the big boys on price, but we're undefeated when it comes to service.
After further review, Cohen's wins!
So when savings, selection, and answers are all important, just remember there's only one game in town. That's Cohen's. We deliver confidence.
Welcome back to Eufaula High School inside Tiger Stadium. Charles Henderson leads 28-7. I'm here with Eufaula High School Principal Steve Hawkins and SGA President Darby Lane. Mr. Hawkins, tell us about this pink out you guys are doing. It's your first annual, and is it amazing to see all these fans and students to get involved?
Yeah, it really is. You know, our whole community has kind of taken this on this week, and as you drive through our historic district and enter our campus, you see the big pink ribbon cutouts everywhere, and the kids have had activities all week to help promote awareness for cancer, and particularly breast cancer, as October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So they've really gotten into it. A lot of good leadership from our students and support from our teachers as well.
You guys also have a pink tractor on one of the end zones. Tell us about that.
We do. We actually have one of our FFA students as part of our tractor restoration team has taken on a project to try to raise $50,000 on her own to buy a piece of equipment for our local hospital. And in doing that, she's pulled out an old tractor. She's totally restored it, got it to run, and it is Pepto-Bismol pink, and it is absolutely beautiful in our north end zone tonight.
You guys are also doing a lot of exciting things in the classroom. Tell us what's going on.
Well, we are. We're very excited. We're moving to a one-to-one initiative to put up an iPad in every student's hand. That will be rolled out very soon. Really proud of our graduation rate. We're performing at 6 points above the state average. Our kids and our programs like band and choral, and you know, they just excel. Our DECA program is an internationally recognized program. FFA is nationally recognized. So band and choral and those groups just, you know, they win everything they go to. So we're just really proud of our kids.
Now, Darby, how has this week been for you guys in the student body? Charles Henderson is 5A again, so it's a big rivalry here in the region.
It's been so awesome preparing for the game and just seeing the football players walk around the school in their game day jerseys, and they're just pumped up about it. And win or lose, we know that it's a great place to be, and I wouldn't rather be anyone else.
How does it feel to know that your student body is joining forces to help fight against breast cancer and wearing pink?
It's so awesome because if you can get everyone on board about a situation, you can accomplish anything. So I think we can help find a cure to breast cancer.
And how does it feel to know that you guys have reached out and been supportive in everything that you've done to make Charles Henderson feel welcome in their time of loss?
I know that for my SGA, they're like my family, and so I know that I hope their SGA is that way. So we reached out and we made a card and we had every student in our school sign it. And it just showed that we were a close-knit family, and we hope that we we can provide comfort to their family as well.
Good deal. Well, Eufaula's band is also performing the Pink Panther song and more. Let's take a listen.
When it comes to giving our customers a great deal on a new car, Headquarter Nissan of Columbus is the place to buy. You'll always get pricing upfront, fast and friendly on our huge selection of new Nissans. And we'll buy your trade even if you don't buy from us. Plus, every Headquarter Nissan vehicle comes with a 7-day exchange policy for your peace of mind. With our great selection, service, and savings, it's no wonder why Headquarter Nissan is the place to buy.
All of our teammates here love giving back to the Columbus community. We'll see you at Headquarter Nissan.
At Dentistry for Children, we love to make kids smile. Dr. Julia Schreiber and Dr. Benjamin Cumbus specialize in pediatric dentistry, treating infants, children, and patients with special needs. You can trust Dentistry for Children to provide the highest quality care for children of all ages. Beautiful smiles begin at Dentistry for Children. Call today to make your appointment with our professional caring staff. Dentistry for Children in Montgomery and Wetumpka, proudly making kids smile for over 30 years.
Bell's Transmission is a trusted name in the River region for automotive repairs. At Bell's Transmission, we don't just work on transmissions. We can handle all jobs, large or small, from complete engine overhauls to oil changes and tires. With a large state-of-the-art facility, we have the know-how and the technology to handle any automotive repair, and we stand behind our work with a warranty on all jobs. Plus, we will beat anyone's price. So for quality automotive work at the best price, trust Bell's Transmission in Montgomery.
You want an appliance for the kitchen, the den, or somewhere else, and you don't just want to score a deal. You want the knowledge that goes with it. Think Cohen's. The price? We hold our own with the big boys on price, but we're undefeated when it comes to service.
After further review, Cohen's win!
So when savings, selection, and answers are all important, just remember there's only one game in town. That's Cohen's. We deliver confidence.
Second half moments away from starting. We've got a 28-7 ball game. It has been all Charles Henderson. Where do you start? I mean, they have done pretty much anything they've wanted offensively. They've made some plays defensively, including setting up a touchdown with a turnover. And it's not been one guy or two guys. It's been a slew of guys.
Oh, it has. It's been a team effort. Austin Ingram has spread the ball around, although he's had a lot of success throwing the ball to Duke Dixon out of the backfield. And here's the first score of the game is Dixon rotated out of the backfield and in motion into that slot position. And here's the second touchdown. Smitty with the big reception there. And then here's Dixon again. Tough running tonight, made some good runs, had some big holes. And here's the touchdown from Eufaula. And you can see why Coach Clay just wanted Jay Johnson back in the game for the Tigers. He looked good on that one, but Richard McBride's been impressive as well, Graham. He's been in about, I don't know, I guess 4 times on short yardage situations, and got a touchdown there, but he's also had a couple of big runs, you know, about a 20-yard run one time, about a 15 or 16-yard run another time on a 3rd and short. So, you know, Charles Henderson's been able to do what they want.
Let's get out of the sideline, Christine, I believe, with Coach Clages.
All right, Coach, down by 21. What's it going to take to get this one back in the second half?
Well, Coach McCoy and his staff do an outstanding job. And they caught us in some matchup situations where it was their advantage early on. We got to get some stops. You know, simply we got to get some stops. And obviously, down by 3, we've got to score some. And you know, we've had some luck with the misdirection. We got to keep trying to do some things like that, and then probably have to go up top a little bit.
Seems like you've had a lot of success on the reverse.
Yes, but you know that's one of those things you can't keep running it all the time. But yeah, misdirection we felt like coming into the game gave them a little problem. So you know, we've got to be a little more straightforward too, and you know we'll scratch where it itches.
All right, good luck in the second half.
All right, thank you, Christina. Quickly look at the stats from that first half, and yeah, it's going to look very one-sided, or not as much so as you think, at least in the total yards.
Well, and the reason for that is a couple of times Charles Henderson scored pretty quickly. But 95 yards rushing, only 71 passing, which is kind of what Brad McCoy would like to see a lot. He'd like to see them rush, their rush and pass yards be pretty balanced. And they are in this game, actually more rushing yards, but they've been able to have some success on the ground, and that's what he's been looking for.
And you see that 0 by the passing yards for Eufaula. That's the problem that the Tigers had early on. They had tried to go to a spread-type offense, somewhat like what Auburn is running under Gus Malzahn, and it didn't work. They just have not been able to throw the football. They had a pass. I think they only threw maybe one pass the entire first half, and it went through the hands of the intended receiver. But they're going to have to win at running the football.
And you heard Coach Clagus say there that if they're probably going to have to try to put the ball up a few times in the second half to get that big play potential, try to get back in the game. So, you know, look for maybe a couple more throws this half, and we'll see what happens.
How important is this game? Well, you look at the standings, and you'll see Eufaula on top, tied for first place. They are 3-0 in the region, tied with Greenville. Now, that is who the Tigers play next week. And they do it, I believe, it is at Greenville. I was going to say it's at home, but it's actually at Greenville. So this is a huge game for them, and they need a win here if they want to maintain a chance for first or second place in the standings. And you also see Charles Henderson waiting right there, ready to step in. Now, they do have a loss in the region that did come to Greenville.
That did come to Greenville, and Coach McCoy said it was not one of their best games of the year, but also, Graham, in the overall picture, a non-region loss, these two teams lost to the same team, Dale County, a 3A team, a very good 3A team, by the way.
Yep, one that's ranked, I think, in the, second or third in the state.
Yep.
As the kick goes through the end zone. So the Tigers will have it 1st and 10 at the 20. Of course, there's a lot of things that can happen not only in this region, but in every region across the state when it comes to playoffs. But maybe a couple of surprises so far this year in this region, and Rehoboth is probably maybe the biggest one.
Right, yeah.
They've really had a big turnaround, and they need a win in order to set up what would be a playoff spot for them. But Greenville, I would dare say, probably the biggest surprise.
Right.
And the fact that they lead this region. 1st and 10. Looks like they're trying to run the option. Johnson dropped the football. It's loose, and I believe, well, it's still loose.
Still on the ground.
And I think Charles Henderson has it. I believe I hear him saying white football, and that is the case. Boy, tough break for the Tigers, the last thing they wanted to happen.
Absolutely, and I want to tell you, I want to see what number it is here that makes the tackle on this. It's Richard McBride. He carries out the tackle right there and does not allow the back to get back to that loose football and allows his teammates to jump on it right there. So credit him with a nice play.
Terry thought he had it for the Tigers. Instead, 1st and 10 And Dixon from the Wildcat, left side, cutting it inside. Across the 10 down to the 9, and a flag comes out late. It'll be holding against Charles Henderson. One of the few mistakes they've made tonight.
Haven't been a lot of flags on the field tonight, which has been nice to see.
You're in the 8th week of the season. You hope that your players have kind of gotten a grasp, no pun intended, of what's being called.
Especially the silly fouls, you know, like the offsides, the false starts. You hope that those are going to be almost non-existent at this time of the year. You're always going to have holding here and there. You're going to have a few pass interferences. You're going to have we saw a horse collar in the first half. And a lot of times those are unintentional.
So 1st and 20 from the 28. Ingram lofts a pass too high and out of the reach of the intended receiver. So it'll be 2nd and 20. Jared Wilson, another freshman, the intended receiver. A lot of freshmen playing in this game. We've mentioned a couple already, but you look up and down this list of players. Some of them have made significant contributions, including a right guard for Charles Henderson, Jeremy Griffin. Cutting outside, Dixon now back to the middle of the field. Inside the 10, spin move again. I think he's been watching Eddie Lacy. Either that or he's playing a lot more PlayStation. That is not, well, I back up. I believe it's enough for the first down. We'll wait and see.
It's awfully close. I believe it is.
What do they call that? The circle button? Is that right?
I think so.
I'm not a PlayStation guy.
Me either.
I don't know how it works.
My sons, you know, my sons are good at it. I'm not dexterous enough to be very good at those things.
Well, we've got 2 of those machines in my house, and nobody to play them anymore. 1st and goal at the 7. And a heavy hit. You can hear the plastic popping all the way up here in the press box. That'll be a minimal gain for Dixon.
I believe the correct term now, Graham, is the polymer popping.
Excuse me.
You know,
I'm not up on my Teflon, the coating, and all that sort of stuff.
I don't think helmet manufacturers would like, and shoulder pad manufacturers would like to hear you using the word plastic. I think they would rather you use polymer.
Well, at least I didn't call it leather.
True.
Fade pass. No, just out of the reach.
Smitty tried to make another one-hand grab over there. Couldn't quite do it that time.
I didn't realize you 2 were on a first-name basis.
Oh,
Jelante
yeah.
Smith.
We go way back.
Yes, you do. Smith with 30 receptions this year coming into the game. Also 7 touchdowns. 3rd and goal. Ingram throws it right into the hands of the defender, and he can't hold on.
That's a nice job by the defender there.
Josh Peterson.
Josh Peterson made a good break on the football. He was in perfect position. And if you ask him, he'll say, man, I should have caught that. But it's going to be a field goal opportunity, I believe, here for Salmon.
Watch it again, and yep, he cut right in front of the receiver.
He made a perfect break right there. It was set on a platter for him. He just couldn't hold it.
We'll call this a 25-yard attempt for Salmon. It is long enough, but did it go through? There's a flag. It is no good. Well, we have to wait on the flag. In fact, the head referee doesn't even know that it's on the field. Now he does.
Oh, it's kind of funny, Graham. That flag didn't fly out normally like they do. I don't know whether the weight came out of that flag or what, but it looked like a handkerchief fluttering in the breeze as it went down.
And now we're going to have a powwow. This may be one of those, is it post-kick, pre-kick, during the kick? And that makes a difference. It is a personal foul against Eufaula. Now, that will not give them a first down. It'll be half the distance, so they'll mark it off if indeed this is prior to the kick from the 7. So that'll put it at about the 3.5-yard line. Dare they go for it on 4th down? The kick was no good. It is not an automatic first down in high school football. So they'll get either the try again or they'll get to go for it this time from about the, well, they still haven't marked it off yet.
They did give him a first down.
Well, now that's interesting. And they mark it off inside the 5 to the 4. Well, they did give him a first down. Not sure why. So 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. Dixon trapped in the backfield, and he'll be dropped for a loss. Cedric Hill, the senior, with a nice play.
I tell you, Cedric Hill's quietly had a really good ball game for Eufaula tonight, Graham. He's been in on a lot of plays. He's been sometimes the second guy in, but that time he was the first guy in and made sure that Duke Dixon didn't get away.
Yeah, he beat his man, the center, Alex Bland, on that play. 2nd and goal from the 7. Another fade route. This one caught by Smith. Touchdown. More good, should say, coverage by Eufaula. But Smith goes up and grabs it away, or as you like to affectionately call him, Smitty.
Yeah, it's my guy. Yeah. But that was a almost perfectly executed fade route right there. The defender didn't know the ball was in the air, and that's one of those where they've got to get their head around.
The extra point is up and good by Salmon. 35-7. 9:35 left in the 3rd quarter. It's been all Charles Henderson.
The leaves are falling, and so are our prices. Take advantage of New Bath's fall blowout sale and transform your bathroom in time for the holidays. Get payments as low as $89 per month. Call New Bath today.
At Dentistry for Children, we love to make kids smile. Dr. Julia Schreiber and Dr. Benjamin Cumbus specialize in pediatric dentistry, treating infants, children, and patients with special needs. You can trust Dentistry for Children to provide the highest quality care for children of all ages. Beautiful smiles begin at Dentistry for Children. Call today to make your appointment with our professional caring staff. Dentistry for Children in Montgomery and Wetumpka, proudly making kids smile for over 30 years.
Touchdown at Rivertown Ford for the Great American Tailgate. We're tackling high prices at the last of our construction savings. Get our hassle-free right price, 2014 Fusion, $289 a month. 2014 F-150s, $389 a month. These aren't leases, you'll own them. Plus, get up to $1,000 cash for competitive trades. Don't miss the Great American Tailgate at Rivertown Ford.
We're doing it right every day at rivertownford.com.
Halloween is around the corner, but New Bath's super low prices are anything but scary. We offer designer choices, quick installation, and payments as low as $89 per month. Call now and receive a Bathroom Ideas Guide absolutely free.
Salmon ready to kick off again for Charles Henderson. The Trojans 35-7 over the Eufaula Tigers, the homestanding Tigers. 9:35 to go here in the 3rd quarter. The Trojans got a break, took advantage of it after a penalty. They were awarded a first down inside the 5 and took advantage with a touchdown pass to Smith. Kick comes down to Dennis, cutting across the 20 at the 22. First down, Tigers.
Good hard run for Dennis right there on the return. But you know, speaking of that penalty in play, I think Coach Klages was none too happy that they were awarded a first down on that, because I think he knows the rule like you do. It's not an automatic first down, and I don't understand unless there was some kind of circumstance with when the penalty occurred.
And that's why I want to make sure that I'm not questioning the officials. They certainly know a lot more than I do. But it did surprise me. I'll have to say that. Here's Johnson cutting back and getting across the 25, maybe to the 27. It was hauled down by Elijah Stallworth, the senior tackle. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Good job of Stallworth coming from from that left side over there all the way across to make the play. Sometimes the guys on that backside might give up on a play because they're out of it, but he did not. He raced over, closed on the play, made a nice stop.
From the shotgun this time, two-back set. Justin Warren, the lefty, throws it deep. Got a man, but just out of the reach. Ty Gilmore, the intended receiver. A little bit more air under that one.
A little bit more air. He was open. He had a step on his defender, and the ball was almost there, just about maybe, I don't know, 9 inches over.
It hit him in the
his head.
fingertips, I know that.
Just brushed his fingertips, and if he catches that ball, he might still be running.
That's one of the things today in the way that football is played. Whether you run it all the time or not, you've still got to be able to complete a pass on occasion.
At some point.
There's a lot of teams in this state that still run the wing T. They still do a lot of things, and we got another reverse and another big run.
Oh.
And almost going the distance is Dennis. He is tripped up after a 13-yard gain and a first down.
Well, he just lost his footing a little bit as he made that last cut. If he had been able to plant and get outside when he stumbles right here, you're going to see him. He's going to make one last cut, loses his footing right there. If he's able to keep his footing till he gets to that edge, he's probably going to go on that play.
Frustration pretty much all night for the Tigers. You saw it there from Dennis, but he did get the first down. Ball at the 39. Tigers trying to cut into this big Charles Henderson lead. Terry with a yard. Driven back by a couple of Trojans. Charles Henderson trying to get back to what is now the Super 7 as a 5A team.
Right.
They did it last year as a 4A team. That was under Mike Dean, I believe.
Yep.
Who left, was replaced by Jamie DuBose.
Well, you got to remember, these kids at Henderson, in the span of a year, they're on their third head coach. Dean was there, he left. Jamie DuBose came in, was there for 4 months, and then he departed for the greener pastures of Central Phoenix City. Big time job in Alabama, really. And then Coach McCoy comes in June, gets there late. But I tell you what, he's doing a pretty good job with his team despite some of the circumstances they've had to deal with.
And it's been not only the coaching change, and certainly we've already discussed at length what happened a couple of weeks ago. There was also another unfortunate situation with a player before the season began,
right,
and a coach that passed away,
right,
I believe about 8 or 9 months ago. So it has been an incredible year for the Charles Henderson Athletic Department.
It really has. And you know, Coach McCoy said when he came in, he said, I'm taking over a team that, and there's another turnover, and look at this.
We may have a touchdown, and I believe we will. 66 going the distance.
Lorenzo Pennington.
44 yards, touchdown.
A lineman's dream right there. The ball just popped right up in his hands. It was stripped loose. It bounced up right into the hands of Lorenzo Pennington. Watch this. Ball's going to pop right up to him. He grabs it, and he said, hey, look at this. There's nobody back there.
I believe that was Amari Vaughns that knocked the ball loose from the running back. And then the return and a touchdown. Charles Henderson now 41-7. 42-7 with the extra point at the 6:23 mark. So when it rains, it pours on the Tigers.
Unfortunately, it's been one of those nights for Eufaula where they've done well at times. They've had some success, but then things have happened. You know, that oblong pigskin can do funny things sometimes.
Well, the coach at Eufaula, Dan Clegg, has told me, he said, we're trying to play through some issues that we've had most of the year. Trying to find the right combination, whether it be offense or defense. Now, defensively, they've been pretty solid. good enough to start 3-0 in the region. But one of the issues for them too is the fact that, you know, they've got the 2 of the top 3 teams back to back.
Right.
Tonight, Charles Henderson. Next week, Greenville. Of course, that game's on the road. And if this score holds up, and there's no reason why to think it will not, that's the number 1 and 2 teams in the region. Right. And now Eufaula's got to take care of business, because Alabama Christian, who they play their final region game on the 24th, as a kickoff taken across the 25. It'll be first down for Eufaula at about the 28. ACA is in a position to where if they win out and Eufaula loses next week and then loses to ACA is going to be going to the playoffs instead of the Tigers. So there's a lot left here to be done if Eufaula is going to keep their track record of going to the playoffs. There's another look at the standings. The right column doesn't matter. It's the one on the left, the region numbers, your region win-loss record. That's what gets you into the playoffs. Right now they're in if everything stays according to plan, but they've still got work to do. First down, looking to throw, and he got rid of it. They will not call intentional grounding. I thought they might.
Yeah, I thought
as
for a
Warren
second.
just kind of slung it to try to avoid the sack.
Ty Gilmore was sprinting back toward the football.
Take a look again. That was Tobias Dillard chasing him down. Well, I beg your pardon. That is Jade Jackson chasing him down. Almost got Christina down there. You know, first time she was with us, she nearly got
she's an
pummeled.
athlete. She's an athlete.
I know that.
Agile.
Very agile, and it's a good thing. She avoided another sack. 2nd and 10. She's got a long drive home.
Nice run.
Flowers, we hadn't called his name much since that bobble
since the opening
snap.
drive, yeah.
He does get 8.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised we didn't see some more of that, Graham, because after the turnover, we haven't seen it at all. They had some success coming out of those formations. Maybe something that's still a work in progress, and once they got the turnover, they didn't want to risk another. But
well, you know, coaches, they don't like fumbles.
Right.
Flowers again, first down, and it comes out again. Still on the ground. Wow.
This
and I believe Eufaula got it.
This time, Eufaula's going to get it back.
Dennis hopping on top of it. But I don't know if this one got stripped or it just got.
It did right there.
That was Simmons who knocked it away. Wow, that ball stayed on the ground a while.
It did.
And it worked positively for Eufaula. They picked up about another 10 yards on that fumble. So they'll have it 1st and 10 at the Charles Henderson 42.
What is that? Maybe the 4th time tonight the ball's been on the ground?
At least.
For Eufaula?
Yeah.
3 of those have been lost.
Fortunately for Flowers, that's the 2nd time he's lost one. But the good fortune is the team didn't lose it. Nothing doing on the first down carry. I believe that is Terry. Be a gain of a yard. We've talked about what Eufaula has coming up, the Trojans. As I check their schedule. Maybe. Too many pages in this notebook. They've got Rehoboth next week. They finish with Booker T. Washington out of Tuskegee for their final region game.
Oh,
very errant pick. And it cost as it was handled.
Amari Vaughns was just all over that play.
Purswell made a nice grab. That one almost got away from him.
It really did. It was out in front of him. The lead was a little too much, but Amari Vaughns was in the backfield. He was almost there soon enough to try to take that pitch.
had to handle that like a shortstop, right?
Yep.
3rd and we'll call it 16. Warren looking to throw. Throws it deep and over everybody's head. And it looked like both receivers had cut off their route. They're both standing at the 20-yard line. Again, a little bit of miscommunication. And another punting situation for Eufaula. That's a problem if you can't, kind of what I was saying a little bit ago, if you can't throw the football, they're going to bring the house on 3rd and long.
They're going to dare you to throw the football.
And normally that doesn't work out well for the offense. Chase Haney will punt.
It's sort of like in basketball, Graham, when you have a team that doesn't shoot the ball well from the outside, they're going to leave those guys open and say, hey, go ahead, shoot it.
I know how they feel. That one's straight up in the air. It'll take a high roll and a positive roll for Eufaula, close to the 20-yard line. A 28-yard punt. Charles Henderson has been in charge since the start. We'll get the football back when we return.
Derek, what's with the scrubs? Shh.
She's going for it. It's gonna work. She's going for the burger.
Stand back, everyone. I'm a doctor. Whoop. I got it. Doctor. I got it.
Jack, Jack, Jack for more, more, more.
2/3 of drivers who died in car crashes chose to ignore this warning. Seatbelts save lives. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
If you're involved in a car crash where a driver's been drinking,
you're 4 times more likely to die.
More people die when it's DUI.
A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
It's a crustacean celebration as we salute shrimp and shrimpers at the National Shrimp Festival. And while we're feeling just beachy, we check out some of our newest and tiniest temporary neighbors, see the sea turtles, and why we're watching out for them. From the Gulf to the Tennessee Valley, a trip down a happy trail will be sure to bring a smile to your face. So saddle up for a ride which is absolutely Alabama.
I'm Diane Bentley, Alabama's First Lady. Over 15 million children are exposed to domestic violence each year, and 10% of high school students are victims of dating abuse. Whether you are experiencing abuse or you think you know someone who is, it's time to speak out. The Alabama Coalition Against Domestic Violence can answer questions about safe dating behavior, as well as provide shelter to those fleeing violent homes. Call 1-800-650-6522 for help and a way out.
Trojans got it back, leading 42-7. 3 minutes to go in the quarter. And Dixon with a big run on first down. He'll get close to the first down. Chase down there. We'll call it a 9-yard gain. Next Thursday, we're back. Down to the Wiregrass. Enterprise taking on Smith Station, a very important game in Class 7A. Both of these teams trying to earn a playoff bid. And we'll have it for you live on Thursday Night Touchdowns. You can watch it on television, online, or on your mobile phone. Go to the website pathtotheplayoffs.com for details, and look out for Enterprise and Smith Station next Thursday down in a brand new facility for the Wildcats. Looking forward to going down there. 2nd and a yard. Glad they waited for us to finish that promo before we ran the next play. Appreciate that. Smith with the fake. And about a 2 or 3 yard gain for Dixon. And we've got our first injured player of the night. And it is for Eufaula. I believe that is number 22, Brandon Brooks, a junior, who's hobbled. He'll come off the field by his own power, though. Here's Here's some standings talking about next week, Region 2. Again, 4 regions in Class 7A. And it's really anybody's race when it comes to the 2nd, 3rd, 4th spots, although right now it looks like Central Phoenix City is pretty much in control of that region.
Yep.
Ironically, Jamie DuBose, who left Charles Henderson, the head coach of the Red Devils. 1st and 10.
They have had some big wins, and they've had some big wins late in ball games.
They had a great win a couple of weeks ago against Prattville, who was also in that region, the Lions.
And then followed the very next week, Graham, with a huge win over Opelika. At Opelika, I believe.
That's correct.
In the last minute. Scored, I think, with a minute 3 seconds or maybe a minute 20 seconds left in the ball game to take the lead for the first time in the game. And got out of there with a big, big win to keep themselves unbeaten.
That was not a region game, Opelika being a 6A school. Of course, we saw them in the Champions Challenge play Carver out of Montgomery. Very good team.
That is a rivalry game, though.
Oh, yeah.
Only 28 miles apart, right down the highway.
That's one of the things that it's taken a little while to get used to. A lot of these schools that have played region games, such as Central and Auburn, which is still in the same region, but then also Opelika, who has now dropped down a classification.
Right.
But you got the same thing in the city of Montgomery. You got some stuff like that down in the Mobile area, certainly up north in Huntsville and Birmingham. That new 7A class, you got to pay attention.
You really do.
Might confuse you. 3rd and 9, ball at the 35. The Trojans in control, 42-7. We're under a minute to play here in the 3rd quarter. Ingram, pass to the flat complete, 1st down. Across the 45 up close to midfield. And that'll net another 1st down for Charles Henderson. I believe that was
Nick Lewis.
Team Walker. Let's make it Nick Lewis with a catch. That ends the 3rd quarter. Charles Henderson in control.
Hey, pal. You ready? Can you pick me up at 6:30?
I'm here.
Too late.
I'll go for 5 minutes. Move it. You're killing me. You know what, Dad? I'm good.
It may be quite a while before he's ready, but our Subaru Legacy will be waiting for him.
It's not just a sedan, it's a Subaru.
Take advantage of this exclusive offer from your local dealer, Rivertown Subaru.
Ladies love a man who has his stuff together. Oh, yeah. Let Action Buildings help you get your stuff together. Call or visit our website for the Action Buildings location nearest you.
Hard work, determination, teamwork. It can mean the difference between winning and losing. These are values that I teach my sons and players on the football field, and they are values we believe in at Wedemark and Keith. If you have been hurt, put my firm's hard work, determination, and legal team to work for you.
Wedemark Keith, because your case matters. Call 800-309-0500.
Children's of Alabama has been taking care of kids across our state for over 100 years. The opening of the Benjamin Russell Hospital for Children allows even more patient care. It leads the country in technology and innovation, including 17 state-of-the-art operating rooms, an expanded imaging center, and the Bruno Pediatric Heart Center, just to name a few. Children provides the highest level of care in a loving, comforting environment. I hope that you or anyone in your family never needs to be a patient, but if they do, Children's is here for you.
We start the 4th quarter. Charles Henderson with a lead and the football and a penalty on Eufaula to start. Flag is on the field and it'll be a 5-yard step off as the Tigers jumped early. Boy, what a night for the Trojans. They have dominated from the first play.
They really have, Graham. They set the tone early. They got a good kickoff return and then the touchdown.
Let's check with Christina.
Well, guys, Jarrell Jernigan, New York Giants wide receiver who played here at Eufaula High School, was at this game. He actually left about halftime, but I did get a chance to speak to him earlier. He has suffered a right foot injury and was actually wearing a boot, but he said he's fine. This is the first time in 2 years he's actually been able to come back to his alma mater and actually watch a game. So he was very excited to be back on Eufaula's campus. Now, he played at Troy, and as for Troy head coach Larry Blakeney, he said that he's sad to see him retire this year. He was a little shocked, especially the way that his season has so far been played out this year. So he said he's excited to be back in town, and he's going to be in Troy all weekend for their homecoming.
All right, Christina. I really don't know why, though, she didn't tackle the guy and not let him leave.
Right.
We keep hearing about her speed and her ability to run people down.
And he's got a
little
boot
disappointed in her
on.
tonight.
I mean, he's wearing a boot now, so she could have caught him.
That's right. So we'll take what we can get. We appreciate the report. And, wow, what a ball player Jernigan was, not only here at Eufaula, but for Troy, and now doing pretty well for the Giants.
Yep. He can stay healthy.
5th year, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, Courtney Upshaw also played for Eufaula. He is with the Ravens. Some great talent from this part of the world.
Pretty decent player. Yeah,
pretty decent.
Upshaw was a pretty decent player, yeah.
First down for Charles Henderson. They're probably going to run as much clock as they can. But to finish what we were kind of talking about as we came back from the break, everything that's been going on these last couple of weeks, you wondered, and we've already kind of touched on this, but how would this team respond to all the adversity? And I think we've gotten our answer.
Well, they've allowed it to motivate them, Graham, and they have allowed it to sink in. They're playing this game not only for the community of Troy, but they're playing it for DeMario's family and for DeMario's memory, and they're not going to let him down, and you can tell.
Play up the middle. Jared Wilson with a carry. He'll pick up a couple.
I'll tell you something else, Graham. You're talking about the good athletes here at Eufaula. They had some great women's basketball players, too. Gwen Jackson played here. I think she went on and played at Auburn. Her brother actually played at Columbus State when I was over there during my tenure over there. He was a good player for us, but Gwen was the good basketball player in that family for sure.
Who won those one-on-one battles?
No, I'm sure Gwen did. Maybe not when she was younger.
I don't know that he would admit that.
David probably wouldn't admit that, but she was a great player here, went on to great things, and they've had some really good athletes here in Eufaula.
Dixon's had a big night. You can see why, as he just gets tripped up across the 40 down to about the 37. It'll be a gain of about 5.
I have to get Ken over here to give us a total on him so far, what he's got tonight, but he's had a big night from the get-go for the Trojans.
A lot of big plays. Looks like correctly, he opened into the Wildcat.
Right.
Took the first snap from center.
And we've got the Wildcat now.
Right on cue. They need the 32, just beyond the 32 for a first down. Dixon runs for the marker and gets it, plus a couple. He's out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Charles Henderson will move the chains with 8:39 to play in the ball game. Is there a flag down there? I don't believe so. I thought I saw maybe a flag. No, it's a bug on the
on the monitor.
We forgot to bring our raid tonight. That bug looked just like a flag. Talk about camouflage. Really appreciate also what Eufaula has done regarding breast cancer awareness. This peak out tonight, it has been fantastic.
Well, and it's all over town, Graham. I was here earlier this afternoon, and you ride down the historic district out there on 431, and there are a lot of pink ribbon cutouts in yards all over the place, and people have pink ribbons and pink things on their porches and mailboxes, and the whole community's bought into Breast Cancer Awareness Month here in Eufaula. Great to see.
Saw several balloons go up on that Eufaula touchdown back in the first half. And it doesn't stop tonight. It keeps going. 2nd and 8. Charles Henderson inside the Eufaula 20, or excuse me, the 30-yard line at the 28. Ingram handoff. moving forward to close to the 25. That's Wilson with a 3-yard gain. It'll be third and about 4. Check out the socks.
Well, in my line of work, this time of year we sell a lot of those.
Yep.
And we have lots of volleyball teams, football teams doing their pink games.
Gotta love it.
Gotta love it.
Third down play for the Trojans. Ingram throws it, and that one of the few drops tonight. The intended receiver was Riley Fox. And there's your number.
Yep.
I'll let you give the number there for Dixon.
Dixon, 33 carries, 173 yards, and a couple of TDs tonight. Not a bad night.
I take it.
From talking to Brad McCoy, I know he's going to be ecstatic that they ran the ball so well in this football game.
We're going to assume that this holds up, so the Trojans are going to improve to 5-2 overall, 3-1 in region play. They'll throw on 4th down, over the middle, tipped, and then dropped by Smith. Flowers got a hand on it.
When I saw that ball pop up, I was like, oh, wow, that's going to go right to him. It's going to be an easy touchdown, but it was off his back shoulder. He couldn't get his momentum stopped to make the grab there.
So Eufaula gets it back at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Let's go back down to the sideline, and Christina's got another guest.
I'm with the Army National Guard Staff Sergeant Joseph Elson. Tell us, you recruit in this area from Eufaula all the way down to Dothan. What do you tell kids that are interested in joining the Army National Guard?
Well, we hope that, especially seniors, when they're getting ready to graduate, that they've got realistic expectations after high school. Football players such as what's behind us, we would love to see them all go on and play college ball, but the reality is not all of them will. So we'd like to see them fall, at least they'll be able to go to college. Financially, not all of them will be able to, and we'd like to help out with that with a part-time commitment to the military that still allows them to be a full-time student and allows them to be paid to be that full-time student through tuition assistance and GI Bill and the various benefits that we offer somebody.
What kind of jobs do you guys offer?
Here locally, here in Eufaula, we've got a signal unit. They do a lot of radio intelligence type stuff. We have truck drivers in Clayton. Down towards Dothan, we have engineers. And then towards Daleville, we have an EOD unit. So we got plenty of job opportunities, and all those units have support roles in them as well.
Obviously, people can go online and find more on your website, but you guys also have a new app.
We do. They can go to nationalguard.com. That'll get in touch with a recruiter. We also have a new app. If you go to your app store, it's Alabama National Guard. Type that in the search field, and then you can download that app and keep up with what we're doing.
All right, gentlemen, back to you.
Number 27. Appreciate that. She called us gentlemen.
I guess we finally got to her. Ty Gilmore a little shaken up as he gets off. He will come off the field on his own power.
I would say she don't know us very well, does she?
Well, she's only been working with us a few weeks, and I realize some of your charm has rubbed off on her, but I'm not sure about me. It'll be 3rd and 5, the ball at the 30-yard line. I wanted to mention, we were talking, of course, about the National Guard, but the armed forces in this part of the state, very strong in the Troy area. And there's the first completed pass of the night.
How about that?
For Eufaula. Torrey Terry with a reception, 12 yards and a first down. So Eufaula finally finds a way to complete a pass.
Well, a well-executed play here and a nice throw. The lefty drops it right in. Gets a receiver to hold on to the ball this time for him.
Yeah, that good point. I mean, they've had some passes that were on target. They just, a couple of them dropped. They haven't thrown it much. A couple of times receivers have been open and pass was out of the reach. Purswell again, running hard. He's got a first down. He'll take tacklers to the 45. It'll be a gain of about 14, 15 yards. Actually, that's Terry, I beg your pardon, with a carry. Lined up at fullback, by the way, which you don't see that much anymore.
I don't want to take anything away from Eufaula on this drive. They completed a pass. They're running the ball well, but there are a lot of clean uniforms on the team on the field right now for Charles Henderson. So I believe Coach McCoy is getting some guys some playing time right now.
Pitch to the near side. And keeping his footing. And he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. I believe that's Devontae Barnett.
Not quite.
First carry of the day for him, and he'll lose a couple.
There's evidently a good bit of moisture in the air tonight, Graham, because we've noticed several players that have had some skids, especially when they've tried to change direction and cut. I believe the grass has gotten a little slippery.
Been a lot of fog the last few nights in this part of the state. And apparently we got moisture coming back again tonight. Not much rain.
That's supposed to get here over the weekend, I believe, and maybe Monday they're talking that we could have some substantial rain. So.
Well, I know we need it. Purswell with a carry gets back to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd and 10. Final couple of weeks of the season. A lot of teams trying to figure out what their playoff situation is. Both of these teams still in the thick of things. As we've got an injured player down on the field, I believe that's a lineman.
Sidney Gardner, I believe, is the guy who's down. Looks like he rolled that left ankle. He tried to walk it off. I noticed he was trying his best to walk it off and stay out there, and then finally just had to sit down and is in a lot of pain.
So they will tend to him right there at midfield. That is, by the way, we haven't mentioned that if you've been trying to figure out what that is at midfield, that is the eye of the tiger.
The eye of the tiger.
They have it all over the place here at Eufaula High School. It's on the scoreboard. In fact, it's lit up. It's kind of neat looking.
Yeah.
On the scoreboard.
Got that light in that red eye of the tiger.
They will help Gardner off the field. There's that eye of the tiger there. And I don't know if you can really tell, but indeed that eye is
lit.
Is lit. 3rd and 11.
3rd down and 11 for the Tigers. As you see our vantage point for the night.
Boy, this is a great stadium. This stadium is about 14 years old.
Yep.
And I was telling the story, as I'll finish it here. We get another reverse. And another big play. Sidestepping is Dennis. He'll get out of bounds, drug out of bounds inside the 20 to the 17. During all my days career in media, I spent some time at Montgomery newspaper and got a chance to cover some football in this part of the state. Had the opportunity to cover the very last game at the old, what was called then Senior Field, which is on the other side of the road,
right,
where Eufaula played. And Coach, I believe Shane Wasden was the head coach back then, and they moved over here. This is the first time I've been to the new facility, and that, of course, I say new, 14 years old.
14 years old, yeah. It just doesn't seem like they've been in this stadium that long.
Carrying tacklers. It's like every time I mention his name, there's a word that rhymes with his name. I don't know how that works. It just kind of comes out that way. It is another first down, or close to it.
And we mentioned briefly the big run on the reverse, but that play went for 29 yards, and they've had a lot of success with that play tonight. And Coach talked at halftime. They thought that in some instances Charles Henderson was vulnerable to misdirection, and they have been, especially that reverse play.
1st and goal at the 7, and
Another
the ball came
fumble.
out. And who got it? I believe Charles Henderson may have fallen on it.
That was a fumbled snap. Let's see. They're battling over the ball down there. They're going to give it back to Eufaula.
All right, so it was not recovered by the Trojans. One of the few positive things that have happened for Eufaula tonight. It seemed like.
I'm like you. I thought I saw a white jersey go down on that thing as soon as it hit the ground. But it stayed loose, and somehow it got wrestled away under there.
Yeah, Jamal Smith for Charles Henderson looked like he had possession, but the officials disagreed. So 2nd and goal at the 7. We're under 2 minutes, minute 34 and counting. Warren Tries to get away from a couple of tacklers and can't do it. He will get a yard. He was hit first by number 54. That is Jade Jackson, senior. So a 3rd and goal coming up as we get close to a minute to go in the ball game. We had some very interesting information talking about Eufaula and their history, the consecutive number of playoff spots. Just Dan Clegus has been a big part of all of this in his 20 years here, 11 as head coach. Not going to win tonight, though.
10 of 11 years in the playoffs for Clegus.
Nowhere to go for the running back, Terry. And it'll be one more chance for the Tigers as there are 35 seconds left. Again, next week, right back down here in the Wiregrass, Enterprise will be the site as the Wildcats take on Smith Station. Class 7A Region 2 battle, 7 o'clock kickoff here on Raycom. Thursday night touchdowns. Our games, the number of games slowly dwindling. We're down to a couple left here in the 2014 season. The 4th down pass, touchdown. Justin Warren to Terry. The significance of that is the first touchdown pass of the year.
That's right.
We noticed that in the stats getting ready for this game that the Tigers had not picked up a touchdown pass all year, and now they've got one. And that's got to be pretty special. A 12-play, 75-yard drive.
And that drive featured a couple of completions.
Yes, it did. Proving our point once again.
Yep.
It helps to be able to throw the football at this stage, the way that the game is played. And there's a tired young man. Torrey Terry, the junior halfback, as the kick is up and good. 42-14, our score, just 4 seconds remaining. We'll come back and finish it off here in Eufaula in a moment.
Derek, what's with the scrubs? Shh.
She's going for it. It's gonna work. She's going for the burger.
Stand back, everyone. I'm a doctor. Whoop. I got it. Doctor. I got it.
Jack, for more.
I remember the moment.
I'll never forget that moment.
That changed my life.
At that moment, it hit me. This is why I joined the Guard. We're soldiers, always ready to protect our country. But we've also got communities. Family, friends, neighbors who count on us. I couldn't believe it. I just saved a life to somebody from my hometown.
See what it means to be a citizen soldier at NationalGuard.com.
2014 marks the 75th year our state parks have served the people of Alabama. During this diamond anniversary, you'll discover special events to celebrate this milestone. Hey there, Bob Baumhauer here. Whether you like camping under the stars or staying at a resort lodge, the Alabama State Parks specialize in amazing family adventures. Let's make this the best year yet. We depend on our partners, and just like these folks here, you can be a partner too by supporting our state parks.
Visit a park today!
At Baumhauer's, we're all about great sports, legendary food, and Southern pride. That's why we're serving up all your Southern favorites, like our tangy grilled fish salad, hot Bama brown, and our famous wings. And it wouldn't be the South if it didn't have a little kick, like a homemade gumbo and wild Gulf shrimp and grits. And don't forget our mouthwatering desserts like Bama Nana Pudding or strawberry shortcake. So call the gang and put a little South in your mouth.
Oak Mountain State Park, the place to be this Saturday. That's October the 11th. Don't want to miss the final edition of the 2014 Baumhauer Shrimp Fest and Barbecue. A $3 admission for food, drink, live music, entertainment for the kids, and of course, Alabama Gulf Seafood. We'll see you this Saturday at Oak Mountain. Of course, that is near Birmingham. As we get the kickoff, that'll roll out of bounds. Charles Henderson will have to snap it once to finish this one up and take home a 42-14 victory. A complete victory, to say the least.
Oh, absolutely. It was from the get-go. They left no doubt.
Let's take a look at our defender of the game. And it's on a 44-yard fumble return. And that young man, he doesn't get many chances to do that, as Lorenzo Pennington picks up the loose ball untouched, and I'm sure that will be about a 90-yard return when he's about 50 years old.
Yeah, when he gets older, it's going to get longer and longer. It's probably going to end up, by the time he's about 35 or 40, it's going to be a 108-yard fumble return somehow.
And thousands upon thousands will have seen it. That'll be the final play of the game. Charles Henderson, a very, very impressive victory for head coach Brad McCoy. The Trojans tonight a 42-14 winner over Eufaula. They improved to 5-2 on the season, 3-1 overall, while the Tigers fall to 4-3. That is their first loss in region play, Class 5A Region 2, now 3-1. Let's take a look before we go. The play of the game. Tonight's play of the game with the Alabama State Park choosing this distinguished honor. And it happened on the second play of the night. The touchdown pass to Dixon from Austin Ingram. He reached across, touched the pylon, and that pretty much set the tone for the rest of the night.
It really did. That was a very quick, I think 27 seconds into the game, the first touchdown. So wise choice for play of the game right there.
It has been a very special night here in Eufaula. Despite whoever the winner and the loser is, a very good night. Whether it be Pink Out for Cancer or another night to celebrate the life of a fallen football player for Charles Henderson. We hope you'll join us next Thursday in Enterprise on Thursday Night Touchdowns. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
You'll never guess what 400,000 people in the U.S. were using when they crashed their cars last year. No, not this. This. Distracted driving will kill you. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation. 2/3 of drivers who died in car crashes chose to ignore this warning. Seatbelts save lives. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
Hello, I'm Gene Solings.
And I'm Pat Dye.
You know, anytime you can get outdoors in Alabama and enjoy a day like this, it just makes you proud to be an American.
And speaking of being thankful, there's a program right here in Alabama called Forever Wild Land Trust that helps secure our public lands. So everybody has a place to go and get outdoors. Hey, don't just be proud of Alabama.
Get out and enjoy it. Forever Wild Land Trust.
Out of 89 Renaissance hotels in North America, the spa at the Renaissance Hotel in Montgomery was ranked #1 as of August 2014. Out of 358 Marriott hotels, the spa at the Marriott Shoals was ranked #1. 3 other spas on the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail also rank in the top 7. Clearly, world-class golf and the best spas for 2014 are in Sweet Home, Alabama. Call 800 Marriott to find out more.
Hey y'all, I ordered Focarelli's.
At Focarelli's, we deliver right to your door. Our guys are fast and friendly. Enjoy our fresh hot pizza, subs, calzones, cheese sticks, wings, and more. Our pizza is fresh. And your family, well, let's just say they're gonna love it.
Hey, who took the last slice of pizza?
With 3 locations in Montgomery, you'll get it fast. Focarelli's. It's a great pizza.